Hey everyone, GirlMeetsPixels here, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been forever since I have uploaded a video on here that's actually, Sims related or even just gaming related. So I am so excited to be doing this and to be uploading this video finally. But anyways, this is a speed renovate of a house that came with the town of Salmon Woods that was created by My Sim Realty. I will have the town linked down below in the description bar for you guys. So this house just has been a house that has bothered me for like ever. Honestly, I've seen it so many times used throughout the towns that My Sim Realty uses. And it's cute and it has like such a good like layout and everything. But I just wanted to redesign the colors and everything. It was just too much for me. And so I actually was doing this for a current household. My Sims in my Emery household. One of the Sims is dating a guy that lives in this house. And so I would have her go over and visit him and they would hang out. And I just hated that like his house just really wasn't decorated and it just really wasn't, what I wanted, especially when I would take photos for like Tumblr. So I was like, you know what? I think I can go in, renovate this house, make it kind of like a bachelor pad and make it a place for him to be able to, have people over because he throws like a lot of parties and everything. So I was like, okay, so this is the first part of that. The house didn't really have a name, so I just kind of named it Redwood Road, just because we use a little bit of red, little pops of red here and there on the outside of the house, as you guys will see later. But yeah, so I just basically had to split this into two parts because it was so long. I had so much footage. I've never done a renovate video that was like this long. Especially with like renovating the outside and going in and renovating the inside and just basically renovating it 100%. So like I said, this is split off into two parts. And so this is the very first one. And it's more of just the exterior and like the backyard and kind of fixing up, adding in like a fence. It didn't have like a fenced in backyard or anything like that. So, I was like, I'm going to give him this. He's going to have a pretty cool house. And honestly, in the end, it turns out looking so much better than when it was looking before. And I feel like it fits just my gameplay better. It fits the town better. And I don't know, I just really love it. So, as you can see, I basically stripped the house of like all the coverings of the little siding and everything on the outside. So it's just like a naked little house right now. But I'm going in and I added a path, added a fence, added a driveway, and now I'm working on landscaping, which, oh my goodness, I had not landscaped in The Sims 3 or just in any game in so long. So when I did this, I was like, oh my gosh, how do I landscape? How do I put plants down? How do I even do this? I don't even know how to do this anymore. But it ends up like working out and looking pretty cute. Cool. It's a guy house, so I didn't want it to be too girly. Not too feminine, nothing like with too many flowers. So there's a lot of greenery, a little bit of pops of red, as you guys will see later, a little bit of orange, a little bit of white, but it's mostly greenery because, I'm like, he's a guy. He doesn't want 20 million flowers everywhere. It's not his style anyways. So I definitely like decorated this house to fit the specific Sim that lives here. And you guys will see the inside later on in the next part that it just definitely is more of a guy house. I didn't want to decorate it too much. I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple. So the exterior definitely like reflects that. I wanted it to stay more neutral, more simple, but those red like little bushes, the little red flowers, I love those. I don't think I've ever used them before when landscaping, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cool. Like, why do I never use these? So I was excited to use those and put them in. But yeah, so I just landscaped for like basically ever because it took me forever just to figure out how I wanted it set up, and I was just being really indecisive. And I was also having to like remember how to actually like decorate and how to actually do the things that I used to do because I have not done anything like this in so long. When I took a break on my channel, I basically took a break from the game. I really haven't been playing or anything like that. So it's only been in the past like 2 weeks that I've really gotten back into playing the game and really just playing. I kind of just been focused on everyday real life that I just didn't have time for The Sims. And so it was just kind of hard, you know, coming back into it and trying to like decorate. And I'm like, wait, what are the buttons and what are the controls and where is everything? I don't know where anything is right now. And so it was a little bit of like a learning curve coming back into it. I had to adjust a little bit, but finally we're decorating the outside of this house, or making it not so naked of a house. I wanted to do a little bit of like a brick with a mixture of the siding. That's usually my favorite combo anyways. I use that for a lot of my houses. Yes, so original, Brittany. But so with this, I did bricks and I made them bigger. I wanted like a more, not like small industrial looking brick. I want something to look a little bit more neutral and more, not suburban. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I wanted those bigger bricks just because I felt like the smaller bricks were more industrial or more along those lines. But I was going to go with like the brown on the brick and then do more of like a cream kind of white exterior for the siding. And I started off, and it stays like that for a good while, and then I eventually change it later on to a different color because I felt like it was too boring. The house was just a lot of just whites and browns, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so boring. Like, I've never made the exterior of a house so just bland. So I was like, you know what, I have to change that. So I actually went on Pinterest and looked at houses, and then I found the color. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so cool. So you guys will see that later on, but for a little bit, it's going to look really just really bland. Just all beigey and brown and just blah, which is so not my style, but I wanted it to be more of a masculine house, and my style is not always masculine. So it was a little bit of a challenge for me. Going in, there's this really, really cool, because it's only one bedroom, but the one bedroom leads out into this really cool balcony above the garage that faces the front of the house. And I love that. I think it's so cool. And a lot of houses, I feel like, don't really have that. So I definitely wanted to play that up. So I put a really nice fencing right there that I felt like fit the house better than the original fencing. And then just replaced the garage door with this one from Pets. Or I think, I'm pretty sure it's from Pets. I like it so much better. I use it all the time. And I love it because it has the little windows on the top part of the little door. Because I don't like it when it's all fully covered. I like the little windows. They're cute. And then I'm going in, changing the decking on the top of the porch to like a darker kind of wood. And it was at this point that I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so bland. Like, there's just no life to it. There's no color. There's just nothing. And I mean, to be quite honest, it's not like horrible. I mean, I've done worse for sure. But I just felt like it was just so boring. I was like, this is not me at all. Like, I need to change this up. So I was just, I had to mess around for a while and finally get it. But then I put in the lights on the exterior of the house, which is one of my favorite things of all time to do. I love doing that. I don't know why. I just have always loved it. And so I always make sure to make it go to the dark kind of nighttime so that I can go in and put the lights so that it lights up the house properly. But as you can see, we have transitioned to the new house color, and I did a lot of the testing off camera. So you're seeing kind of like the end of it, because I went through so many colors and so many different ideas and finally ended up with this really cool blue. It's like a navy blue, and I love it. I think it looks so cool, and I don't know, I just like really love it. I love like navy blue just on houses in general. So I was like, heck yes, I got this like really cool brown, which does get changed slightly in a bit. And then this really awesome bold navy blue. And I felt like it fit like the style of the sim better, and it just gave so much more interest to the house. So I definitely would love to know down below, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the blue better, or was the white and the kind of off-white color better? I want to know like what you guys think, if you guys agree with me or not. And then I changed some of the details to more of like a white instead of that dark brown. So like the fencing on the top balcony got changed. The doors and windows get changed to white as well. And they just, I don't know, I feel like they pop better, they look better, and I don't know. I liked it a little bit better, but then I got worried that it was becoming too like blue and white, and I didn't want it to look too nautical or too like coastal. So I got a little worried about that, but I feel like I eventually find like this nice happy medium, because I didn't want it to be super like colonial coastal looking. I just kind of wanted it to be a little bit more of a traditional house that has some upgrades and is owned by a guy, so it's a little bit more masculine and whatnot. Because I mean, he's like a younger adult kind of guy, and he's in the medical career, and he's just living by himself. He throws parties and whatnot, and he's dating one of my Sims, like I said. If you follow my current households, then you definitely like know all about that. But yeah, so I was like, I just need something to like really fit that. And then I was like, you know what, let's go in and use some of the terrain tools, which I never do. Oh my goodness, I never use those. But I was like, let's do it. Why not? Like, why not? So that's what I did. I went in and added a little bit of hilling. I don't know, like hilling or a little bit of a hill next to the tree there in the front yard. And then I wanted to make the door maybe like a bold, like kind of color, but I eventually just changed it all to white because I was just like, no, it's too much. It's just too weird, and it's just too much, Brittany. Calm me down with the color. But as you can see, like the plants and everything have a little bit of like this yellow and orangey and red kind of vibe to it. And I love that. So that's why I named it Redwood Road, even though the house is blue. I know it doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. I think it turned out pretty cool. But yeah, so eventually, not eventually, but in a few minutes, we're about to head into the backyard, which is pretty cool. It's super tiny because it's not a big lot at all, but I think it turned out super cute, and I really like it for how like limited of space we had. We were able to like make it look pretty awesome. And then I added this little front door mat, and I made it like red, like a carpeted red, which I think is cute. It pulled out the color from like the trees and the plants. So I felt like it was a nice pop of color right at the front door, because I didn't make the door a color. I just ended up going with white. And then we changed the coloring of the fencing and moved the trash can around, because I don't know, I like to have the trash can in the backyard better. And then I went in and I was like, okay, maybe I'll just start on the garage. So I work on the garage for like a few seconds, and then I'm like, nah, I think I'm just gonna hop on back outside. At this point, I was just like, okay, I'll go in and maybe start working on the inside, and I was just like not feeling it. So I was like, let's go finish up the exterior, and then we'll go from there. So I have this really cool nice French door out to the back. Oh, love that French door. I think it's from Supernatural. I'm pretty sure. And then I added a little patio area. And I mean, there's not like I said, there is not a lot of room in this backyard, but I mean, it fits its purpose. And in the end, it just turns out looking really, really nice, even though it is so small. But then I'm going in, adding the landscaping, just kind of continuing it. And then I also do it on the left side there where the trash can is right now. And originally I was like, I'll just keep that empty. And then I was like, no, it looks so weird. It looks so weird not having like something right there. And it was just such an awkward space that I wouldn't have like the Sims use it. I didn't want to extend the patio all the way over there. So it just made sense to put the plants there and continue that landscaping. So that's what I did. I used those really nice tall trees to give, height, and then use those really adorable red, I don't know what kind of flower bushes they are. I can't remember the name of them. But the little red flower bushes, which I love. Like, I don't know. I just didn't realize I had them in my game, I guess. I'm not sure. And then going in and kind of using the terrain paints to add a little bit of depth to the grass and everything. I don't know. I just really wanted to go and use different tools and styles of things that I had never really done before. I wanted to kind of step outside my comfort zone. So that's what this house is. It's something that's not normally my particular kind of cup of tea, but it's still really awesome and ends up looking really cool. Gave him a grill because he does like throw a lot of parties. For a Sim that I don't even play, he throws a lot of parties. So I was like, that grill is perfect for the summer and for him to just grill up some food or whatnot. And then added a little patio set, which I don't know why, but I love like the little patio sets. I always get so excited when I put them in my Sims backyards. They can become super annoying because your Sim will like go inside or outside to eat instead of going where you want them to go, which is such a pain in the butt. But I really, I just love the little patio sets with the little umbrella. I don't know why. It just gets me. It just gets me. And then I also added a fire pit to the right in the little grassy area, which, like I said, he throws a lot of parties. He has friends over all the time, and then my sim is over all the time. So I figured, you know, more of like the social activities make sense for him rather than like games, because he doesn't really have kids or stuff like that. So yeah, so I gave him a lot of that kind of stuff, more social and party items. And then we hop on over to change the coloring of everything, and I go through 20 million patio chairs. Oh my goodness. I could not decide on a patio chair because I love the wicker ones, but I didn't like the little curly metal thingies that were on the side there, and it wasn't really matching the kind of style I was wanting. So I go through 20 million of them, and I cut out most of it. So do not worry, you do not have to watch all that, because that was a pain. But I eventually end up going with that black chair that I put down, and I recolor it to the red, which I kind of had been using throughout the exterior of the house. And I love it. I think it's so cute. It's like just like a little wooden painted chair, and I'm in love with it. I brought back the wicker for a little bit, but you'll see me change that up again. And then I'm just going through and recoloring everything. Nothing, you know, too crazy. I thought it'd be cool to do like those like mosaic kind of tiled tables that people put in their patios and stuff. I thought that would be really cool because I don't know. I think those are really cool when people do those. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this first part of this video, or this like little renovation. In a couple of days I'll have the new part up so you guys can check it out. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also if you're not already subscribed, make sure to click that button down below, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye guys.